Let me just quickly update our viewers about what all we have picked up through the course of investigation in the last 3 months. Now, remember, the AIIMS forensic team is also veering towards the homicide angle, and there have been several testimonies from people who were close to Sushant Singh Rajput who repeatedly said that, there is some room for suspicion. Now, let's talk about this jolt to the suicide conclusion, which was given within 24 hours of his death being reported. First of all, the ambulance attendant has gone on record to say that he heard doctors calling Sushant's death a murder. This is big. The ambulance attendant himself has gone on record saying this. Moving on to other testimonies that have been recorded in connection, Deepak Kejriwal is an actor, and he has said that Sushant's death was a homicide and not a suicide. He's once again gone ahead and raised suspicion over the suicide theory which was circulated. Sunil Shukla is Sushant's friend, and he also says that Disha and Sushant were murdered by the same people. Remember, Disha Salyan was Sushant's ex-manager who passed away just a week before his death, and that was again called to be a case of suicide. Moving on, Narayan Rane is a BJP MP, and he has throughout these last 3 months said that Sushant was murdered. State government trying to shield someone. This has been the charge of the BJP, that the government of the state of Maharashtra is involved in this matter through some angle or the other. Now, Ravi Kishan, BJP MP, is another leader of BJP who has said that I feel Sushant's death is a murder, not a suicide. Ravi Kishan himself comes from Bihar. In fact, he was one of the first ones to demand a proper inquiry into this entire matter. Moving ahead, KK Singh, Sushant's father, was someone who registered that FIR in Patna because he said that Riya was giving poison to my son. She murdered him. This is what Mr. KK Singh, Sushant's father, believes, and this is what they wanted the police to investigate. Roshan Gary, Sushant's friend, another friend, has gone on record to say that few people connived to kill Sushant. So these are some of the testimonies of people who have in fact repeatedly said that we do not believe the suicide theory. Now let me go across to two guests who are joining me on this broadcast. We have Professor Dinesh Rao, who is a forensic expert, and we also have lawyer Priyanka Tibrewal, who is with me on the broadcast. Good afternoon to both of you. And Professor Rao, I want to begin by asking you about the viscera sample, which has become the point of contention here when it comes to preparing a comprehensive report, even by AIIMS forensic experts. Give us the significance of viscera sample. How is it that now we are given to believe that it was not even preserved properly and the quantity was perhaps inadequate? How do that really affect the forensic team's work?
Yes, definitely in this particular case, the toxicological analysis and the outcome of that analysis is very, very vital, especially to rule out so-called homicide or even to confirm it's a suicide. So this particular examination results of toxicology plays a very important role in this particular case, because what we saw based on the post-mortem report is only one ligature mark in the front of the neck, which is consistent with the possible death. That is, again, I repeat, it's a possible death. And there are no other lesion which is incompatible to the life, both externally and internally, based on the post-mortem report. So only thing which can change the manner of death is the toxicological report. That is the seriousness of the toxicological results in this case. And more importantly, in cases of this nature, the most important samples to be sent is apart from the routine viscera, we say. Now the question comes, what are the routine viscera? The routine viscera is the stomach and its contents. We take 1 feet of small intestine and its contents, that is the 2 hollow organs, and 2 solid organs, especially the nearly around half a kg of liver and 1/2 of each kidney or either of the kidneys. Sometimes we do add spleen pieces also to analyze those toxins present or the poisons present in the blood or in the body. Okay. So that is the solid organs, and 2 fluids we said, that is the blood and the urine. So apart this, we call it as routine viscera. But apart from this, in cases of this nature, it is always important that the bile is taken, the gallbladder, the bile juice is very,
so my point, Professor
vital.
Rao, is that if these lapses have happened, if adequate samples were not sent to the forensic lab, is there a possibility that we might have lost on those crucial forensic details forever? I want to take your reaction on that in just a bit. Let me quickly go across to our reporters as well. Mohit Bhatt and Arunil are also live with me on the broadcast. Mohit, at the moment, all eyes are really on that report that AIIMS forensic team of experts is expected to file by in 2-3 days in the coming week. Now, obviously, all these questions continue to loom large and will be something that Mumbai police will have to answer on how come they missed on these glaring holes in the investigation right in the initial stages.
Well, Preeti, the team of 5 doctors who came to Mumbai, they went to Sushant's residence at Mont Blanc. They did all the tests here. Even what we are getting to know that the drug tests were also done. The CBI team was with them. And they also had word with the Cooper Hospital doctors who conducted the post-mortem of Sushant Singh Rajput. Now, the Cooper Hospital doctors were also being called by the CBI team regarding what all has happened and whether there were lapses in the post-mortem or the viscera report or not. But you see, the head of the Forensic Science Department of the AIIMS, Sudhir Gupta, has said their report will be conclusive and their report will be something that will give new direction to this case. So as of now, the AIIMS maintain that their report will be conclusive. In 2 days from now, their team will meet. But CBI also earlier has raised questions on the probe by Mumbai police. They've again said that the crime scene was being compromised. Why there was an access given to certain people to the place where the body of Sushant Singh Rajput was found. Why so many videos were being taken? Yes, you have to take pictures of that particular scene, but there is a specific photographer for that. But we see various mobile videos going around, and then it was being all circulated. And then the questions were also raised that why Siddharth Pithani sent a wrong picture of the lock to the key maker, and it took him 1 hour more to come and prepare the keys. And when the key maker wanted to go inside, he was sent away by Siddharth Pithani. So there are various questions, and the family of Sushant Singh Rajput have been saying this, that the time of a death was not mentioned in the post-mortem. Father of Sushant Singh Rajput has come out and he has said that Riya Chakraborty was the one who used to give him drugs without his knowledge. So there is the whole homicidal angle
all
comes
these
up.
lapses and these testimonies suggest that things don't really add up to a clear-cut suicide theory. And Arunil, it was the Maharashtra government and the Mumbai team which was very quick to reach to the conclusion that this was a simple case of suicide. Even now, there is no clarity on what happened to those pages from Sushant's personal diary which were torn and have gone missing.
Well, that is right, Preeti. In fact, several glaring errors have come to the fore. In fact, when Times Now spoke to Neeraj as well, Neeraj was the one who was there inside the house, one of the 4 people. He said that it was Siddharth Pithani who got the body of the late actor down when it was tied to a ceiling. He got it down because he was called by a family member to do so. Now, Priyank was mentioning about the body weight, basically the body structure of Sushant Singh Rajput. Is it possible for Siddharth Pithani to alone do this? That is also one big question that arises. Neeraj, when we spoke to him, he said that he gave cold water to late actor Sushant Singh Rajput. However, in several other media platforms, he has said that he gave juice as well. So why these different statements are coming up? That is also main question that arises. And also, the key maker exclusively telling Times Now that a picture of a wrong door being sent by Siddharth Pithani, which caused a delay as well, and he was not allowed to see what was inside as well. That is also very, very unusual. Also speaking about it, that Riya Chakraborty being allowed to get into the post-mortem room, also very, very appalling, that considering that there may be some tampering of evidence, there may be some cover-up. So all these glaring errors, that basically at Times Now is the only channel which spoke to Ayush and Anandi, 2 of the witnesses in this entire case. They also told us that how heavy medicines were given to late actor Sushant Singh Rajput by Riya Chakraborty. She got these medicines from her father. So was it a mixture of heavy medicines and drugs that basically affected Sushant Singh Rajput so much? His mental condition was completely affected by Riya Chakraborty, who was conspiring right from the start. How the former employees of Sushant Singh Rajput told us that they were meticulously removed one after the other, and new people were brought in. Were these new people basically a plant by Riya Chakraborty and her family? These are some questions that come to the fore.
Not just these, there are multiple questions, and they are all uncomfortable questions that Mumbai police has failed to answer so far. Priyanka Tibrewal, therefore, even as we wait for this forensic report of AIIMS to come out and give us more clarity, and they claim that this is going to be a conclusive report, there is a need to really even now sit and reflect on what the Mumbai police, the team of medical doctors working under them, have missed throughout. Don't you see that things really stand out and speak for themselves? They should have been taken note of much earlier.
Yes, definitely. You see, all these multiple questions, they can't be coincidence.
Yes.
See, we cannot deny to the fact that there has been a very callous approach of the Mumbai police. It was shocking. It was vicious. Why were they so, I mean, they didn't want to investigate. And what was the reason behind that? We do not know. This delay today, whatever is the loss which we will not get through the Viceroy report or whatever is there, the lapses is because of the approach of the Mumbai police. They didn't want to do anything. They wasted 75 days. Evidences were destruction of evidences was there. And you know, in the crime scene, you allow anybody to walk into the crime scene. You didn't even close the crime scene. Now, what do we expect from the other agencies? I mean, without any
Okay.
help of these, the Mumbai police, how would they even investigate? Because everything
right.
has been destroyed.
Priyanka Tibrewal, Professor Dinesh Rao, that's all the time I really had to discuss this in this bulletin. Thank you both for joining us here on the broadcast.